Black people are more respected outside of America than they are in America.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Right.
It's more so of black people not knowing who they are. The reason we struggle as black people is because we don't know who we are.
Say that.
And so, I mean, if you want to be quite frank about it, white people know who we are. That's why they keep fucking kicking it. White people know who we are. That's why they keep fucking kicking it. White people know who we are. That's why they keep fucking kicking it. The reason other cultures are so strong, like a Jew is gonna look out for a Jew. A Chinese man is gonna look out for a Chinese man. Like,
No matter what.
If I can just
Jews look out for Jews, period.
Yeah, but you don't do it, your son gonna take care of it, John.
It's more so of black people not knowing who they are.
Unto thee, thy reward shall be upon thy own head. Verse 16. For as ye have drunken upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen. The water, man. The water, bro. The water, bro. Hey, thank you, bro.
What these youngsters don't know, and you know, when they talk about just like when they talk about Jews, people, you gotta realize the first Jews were black. The first Jews were black. The first Jews were black. The first Jews were black.
Jews.
Yes.
Not
Israelites. The Jews.
Yeah.
The Jews. The Jews were black.
Right. Wow. Deep.
And so, a lot of, and it's so crazy right now. I be thinking about this all the time. Even like all around the, just in the U. I mean, in the U.S. right now, the Jews got all the Jews.
Right. Right.
The Jews still all the Jews.
Right. Real shit.
The Jews still all the Jews.
Right. Real shit.
The Jews still all the Jews.
Right. Real shit.
So then let's go to what it really is then. When we talk about the power of melanated people, when we talk about who we really are as guys and understanding that our melanin is so powerful and it connects us in a way that the reason why they fear black, the reason why they fear is because the lack that they have of it. So then when you see what, you know, Dr. Francis C. Welsling talked about is that fear in that
just genetic annihilation,
deficiency of when you have a person that has the lack of pigment, the lack of melanin, that they know that they will be annihilated. So therefore, however they got the power, they have the lack of compassion. That melanin comes with compassion. Melanin comes with soul. That we call it soul. We soul brothers and sisters. That's the melanin that connects us. So the people that don't have it are a little, and I'm gonna say this carefully, are a little less, and where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion or the when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear, they're acting out of low self-esteem, they're acting out of a deficiency. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and
fight or flight,
in order to survive.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages. They had to be barbaric. Because they're in these Nordic mountains. They're in these rough, torrential environments. So they're acting as animals.
Right.
So they're the ones that are actually closer to animals. They're the ones that are actually the true savages. And then they built up such this I don't want to say warrior, but they built up such this conquering barbaric mentality that they're coming out of Europe. They then said, in order for us to survive, we have to take what's not ours. And then they went into the land that actually where we are originated. And instead of trying to make friends, they said, we want what you got. Because there's this mentality of whether it's the Caesars or even that we have to conquer.
Right.
So I say all that to say the context, and when we speak of whether it's Jewish people, white people, Europeans, the Illuminati, They were doing that as survival tactics
to
stay on this planet.
Right, because
we never had to do that.
Right, because they've learned when they circumnavigated the globe and they ran into these islands and these places, and we were already there to greet them.
Right, with open arms.
With open arms, teaching them, but then
when they were deficient.
They were deficient, so they wanted to get what they thought we had, and we did have it. So the rape took place of the woman. The theft took place of the natural resources.
Talk real scripture, man. We really chosen out here.
Let's go. Talk to me. Talk to the people. Talk to me.
Oh, okay, man. This go deep. It's deeper than Black Lives Matter. It's deeper than marching. It's real scripture. We chosen from Puerto Rico to DR, to America, to the Bahamas. The boat didn't just stop in America. The boat went everywhere.
Absolutely. It was different stops. It was different stops, for sure.
The scriptures is real. Deuteronomy 28. And if don't nobody know, whoever watching, the 12 chosen tribes, that's who we are. The scriptures, if you ain't never read the scripture in your life, I know they told you the other people wrote the book or wrote the Bible was translated, but King James is one of us. We all chosen. It's 1,200. It's 144 elite.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him.
We all got to wake up. We all got to wake up. And if who that have an ear, let them hear. That's what it say. Who that ever have an ear, let them hear. We chosen people. We got to wake up. The ignorance, everything that go on in this world, it come out the strength of us. We broke the first covenant. Our people did. But we also got to be the people that bring it back and bring it back together.
So what you want people to know? What you want people to know from this?
I want everybody to know that it's more than 10 commandments. It's 160 laws that we got to keep as a people. Eat right, treat your brother right.
Talk to him.
Brother right. And you fight the enemy with how the enemy fights you. The book is our book. The King James Version Bible is our history.
1,000%. Talk to us. Talk to us. I love it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Puerto Rican, whether you Colombian, the meek shall inherit the earth.
Let's go. Talk to him. Talk to him.
Go inherit the earth.
Talk to him.
And it ain't over. This ain't over. This little pandemic, the killings, it been happening.
Hey, listen here, man. Listen here, man. Listen here. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I don't want to cut you off, but you spitting true knowledge right now. And a lot of people don't want to hear this type of shit right here. But
that's why
these are the conversations. I'm actually excited to talk to you right now. At the end of the day, I don't know you. I don't know you from Adam to Eve. I chose you out of a random 1,700 people. At the end of the day, but what I'm gonna say is a lot of people don't want to have those type of conversations, and those are the conversations we need to have. Again, I said it on my last week that we all won. Dominicans, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, we all won. It was just a different stop that we had on the boat. My stop and my people's stop was in Puerto Rico. Somebody else's stop was in DR. Somebody else's stop was in Jamaica. At the end of the day, we don't want to have these conversations. This is the curriculum that needs to be in the school system. You know why they don't want to hear it? Because they uncomfortable talking about it. At the end of the day.
They gave us the school system. They gave us the school system. Your parent to go to jail if you don't go to school up until 17. You can get truancy. They gave us the school system so they can program us. So they can program us as a young child. Because when you a child, you go to school at K5.
Absolutely. K5. They put us on. Listen, they got television and television. At the end of the day, they don't want to get to all of that. Let's go.
They don't want to talk, but I'm here to talk, bro. I got girls. I got 3 little girls, and I can't let them fall victim. And we gotta walk right. We gotta show, because Israel, it's a circle, man. It's one
cycle
circle.
Of life. It's called a cipher in my lessons. It's called a cipher.
I got people from up top, from Yonkers. They Dominican. They family think we look like people that look like. That's how I know the boat ain't do nothing but stop in different places.
Listen.
Everybody benefited off slavery.
It's a systematic prison at the end of the day. We already know what it is. It's 360 degrees. 120 of knowledge, 120 of understanding, 120 of wisdom, which each could hold 60. I don't want to get into all that. We gotta wake up.
script say his chosen people perish from a lack of knowledge.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
gotta pick up a book and read, and don't be afraid to speak to different people and talk, because you can catch a vibe. If the vibe ain't good, then leave it alone.
Absolutely. I wake up every day, turn my TV on, and I see I'm looking for justice at the end of the day. Guess what I see? I see just us at the end of the day. That's what I see.
Hey,
This is
the
the mindset that they don't want to hear this type of talk. You know what I'm saying?
Mello, I tell people all the time, and I heard you say, you said somebody said you need to go ahead and get it shook, and you said if it ain't easy, you a real one. That's why you ain't got one, baby. That's why you ain't got one. You's a real one.
You know why? Because my education goes way back. My education goes back it's we talking 16, 19. We talking about shit that we really need to we really need to be educated on. And we can't my thing is we can't have these type of conversations because it's uncomfortable, but also we gotta want to go back to that time. We can't go back to the time that they tell us to go back to at the end of the day. We got to go back to that time. We got to go back. And I'm honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. It's real talking to somebody who's able to have this enlightening conversation, who understand what we're talking about. I'm just here trying to educate the people at the end of the day. If you really want to get into it, we get into it. Build is build at the end of the day. So we're going to talk that talk, and we're going to continue to build and do what we got to do. So for everybody who's on here, I just want to salute my brother who came on here for. These are the type of conversations that we have to continue to have. If you guys want to have